The power of persuasion. The persuasive messages that have made a lasting impression on you have probably been based on specific persuasive techniques or methods that were used to sway your heart and mind. The persuasive techniques shown in the chart can make strong arguments even more powerful. However, they can also disguise flaws in weak arguments because those techniques can lead to faulty reasoning. Faulty reasoning is a claim based on information that is incorrect, biased, or simply does not make sense. The examples below will help you be alert to common kinds of faulty reasoning. Okay? You have appeals by association, emotional appeals, and loaded language. Appeals by association. Sell a product or an idea by linking it with something or someone positive or influential. Bandwagon taps into people's desire to belong to a group. Don't miss the fundraiser that everyone's talking about. Or testimonial relies on the backing of a celebrity, an expert, or a satisfied customer. As the lead singer of Destination Home, I know good sound when I hear it. That's why I won't go anywhere without my FX portable music player. When they talk about bandwagon, you're going to see in a moment later on some examples and the advertisement where it says choosy moms, choose Jif. So in that case, they're saying, hey, all you moms, if you're choosy and you're like us, jump on our bandwagon. Join our team, okay? That would be using bandwagon. Testimonial, you'll see some ads with Cam Newton where he's advertising Gatorade and he's advertising some yogurt, and you will see that would be testimonial where you're using someone's positive image to sell a product. There is also an ad that covers two different appeals, one being fear, where Julianne Hough, which is also someone of influence, so you have testimonial with Julianne Hough, but then you also have fear where you're saying, hey, you don't use this Proactiv, you're not going to have the perfect skin that you want. Then both of those ads use two different appeals. So you will find many pieces of argument writing, those that use multiple styles of appeals are actually much more persuasive than arguments that only use one style or technique of persuasion. Emotional appeals use strong feelings rather than facts and evidence to persuade. Appeal to fear. So I was just talking about that with the Julianne Hough advertisement where it uses the she as a spokesperson, but also talking about skin. You'll also see ads that, and lots of times you'll see this with women, that talk about their skin. Hey, if you're noticing these wrinkles, this will get rid of your wrinkles. That's definitely playing on women's fears of aging. But you also have, and I have an example in this video of Crest white strips, where it's playing on people's fears of their teeth not looking as sparkling, white, and clean as one would think. And then it goes into fear even with vanity. And so here's one that has fear. Appeal to fear makes people feel as if their safety, security, or health is in danger. And that's if a hurricane hit tomorrow, would your family be safe? And you'll hear those lots of times. And then appeal to vanity, which is what I was talking about, uses flattery to win people over. We're looking for talented athletes like you. Join our after-school running club. Here's an example of an ad where we have the logical approach where they're giving all the different things that goes with the different products, so comparing the products together. You also see the fear where It's addressing people's vanity and fear of not having the most glistening white teeth, 3D white. Then if you look, you can see the Crest 3D white, and right below it says professional level whitening, results that last 12 months. So they're giving you a timeline, so there's a little bit of logic. And satisfaction, guaranteed. Okay, so right there, there's a persuasive technique as well. Again, here's the fear factor along with a spokesperson. Julianne Hough is saying, hey, this is the #1 acne system. So #1 acne system in America, hey, that's appealing to the logical because that's using statistics. And then it's showing all these different things that help you. And then even below it says, thank you for serving your country. So now they're appealing to our patriotic side as well. So there's several different pieces of persuasion in this one print ad here. So you don't have to just use one piece. The most argumentative and the most persuasive pieces of argument text or print ads or advertisement, they infuse or intertwine multiple techniques of persuasion. Now we're going to talk about loaded language. It relies on words with strongly positive or negative association. So that's slanted language where we saw in earlier articles where they said vicious predators. Okay, so loaded language, same thing as that slanted language where we're using negative and positive connotation. Words with positive associations bring to mind something exciting, comforting, or desirable. Sparkling waters, silky sands, and breezy air all await you at Sean Gum Lake Park. Words with negative associations call up unpleasant images, experiences, or feelings. The calves were raised in cramped, filthy stalls. So again, if you're trying to get someone to do something, you're going to use that positive connotation with the words. And if you're trying to show a negative image, then you're going to use negative connotation. Any effective argument is going to have these 4 things along with a concession. Claim is your opinion. So here we get too much homework. Okay, reason. So why are you saying we have too much homework? That homework is interfering with what? We have no time for other activities. What's evidence? So an example of some of the other activities you would like to do. I had to quit Eagle Scouts. Wow. Counter argument. So you want to counter your opposition. Students do need to do a certain amount of homework to learn. So that's really the concession there. Students need to do a certain amount of homework to learn. That's where you're taking the nod at your opposition. But, the word but is laying into your counter argument, which gives you your zinger. So the concession is you saying, hey, I know we need a little bit of homework, but this is where you're wrong. And where you're wrong, that's the counter argument. So let's look at the concession and the counter argument working together. Students do need to do a certain amount of homework to learn, but the amount we get is more than necessary. It's overwhelming. For a quick review, appeals by association. Bandwagon appeal suggests that a person should believe or do something because everyone else does it. Choosy moms choose Jeff. Here's one. Don't be the last person in town to be connected to NeighborNet. Here's testimonial. Relies on endorsements from well-known people or satisfied customers. We talked about Kim Newton. We've talked about Julianne Hough. And here is a testimonial. Start your day with the vitamins recommended by 4 out of 5 doctors, Super Strength, Vigor Vites. And that also used a little bit of logic where you have 4 out of 5. Snob appeal taps into people's desire to be special or part of an elite group. You deserve to eat like a king. Join the distinguished diners at Marco's Palace. Appeals to loyalty. Relies on people's affiliation with a particular group. So that goes back to on proactive where it says we support our troops or thank the troops for what they've done for us. So loyalty, show your support for the community by marching in our local parade. And emotional appeals to pity, fear, or vanity. Use strong feelings rather than facts to persuade. If you don't see a dentist regularly, your teeth will rot. We also saw a fear ad with Proactive and with the Crest White strips as well. Here's an ad with Snob Appeal, Fresh American Style. So if you wear Tommy Hilfiger clothing and you dress like these young people, then you're going to be a part of their group. You're going to be popular like they are, and you're going to be an elite American. Here's another piece of Snob Appeal. If you fall in line with those individuals and you see the man with his suitcase, and this ad was for small business owners, if you join the small business owners group, then these are all the advantages you're going to have because you're going to become very wealthy. And of course, he has his own personal jet. Look at the nice car, luxury car that he has there. So again, there's a piece of Snob Appeal. Okay, we all agree the scalp is the basis of hair health. Okay, and you want this Fitch's Ideal Hair Tonic. So we're dealing with two things here. You notice that the first thing is we all agree. Okay, there's bandwagon, jump on our bandwagon. And then dealing with the fear of health. So here we also have the fear factor with the need to monitor your health or you're going to go bald. Okay, so we have bandwagon and fear factor with this advertisement. I've talked extensively about this ad in multiple frames. Choosy Moms, Choose Jif. That's an example of bandwagon advertising. Jump on our bandwagon. All you moms, if you're a choosy mom, if you're doing the right thing, come on board and join us. Here we have a testimonial of Cam Newton where he is giving his support to this particular style of yogurt, and that's the yogurt of this professional sportsman that is very healthy. And if you want to be like Cam Newton, then you're going to eat this yogurt.